Hey, it's James Nicholson. I hope you're well. I'm just in Orleans here in France. Beautiful little town. Go and check it out sometime. Now, this video I want to talk about, is property investing safe? Is it a secure thing to do? Because obviously, if you're investing your money, you want to make sure that you're going to get a certain return on your investment. Now, look, any investment that you make, you need to make sure that you buy the right asset. There are certain risks, but I've been in business for 20 years now. I've been a property investor for 22 years, and I can tell you something. Property is a lot easier than business. More people are likely to be successful in property. You probably know people, your family, your grandparents, that have invested in property over the years, and maybe your grandparents bought a house for a few £100 or a few £1,000s that's worth many hundreds of thousands of pounds or millions of pounds now. And what I say is, you need to be a certain type of person to be a business person, right? Business, you can get trained, you can get mentored. I actually do that with people, but still there's an element of you need to be very, very disciplined to be successful. Now, if you make a mistake in business, it's very hard to get your money back. For example, if you ran an advertising campaign on TV and it didn't work out, they don't give you your money back. There's just no way back from that. You have to then regroup and do something else. However, if you buy a property and that property deal doesn't initially work out, what's different with property and stocks and shares and cryptocurrency is that property comes good with time. And so if you took a deal, it didn't quite work out, then over time, that property is going to go up in value, right? They always have, they always will go up in value due to something called inflation. And so along my property journey, I've had various things go wrong. I've had bad tenants, which you're always going to get at some point. I've had roofs that have broken. I've had boilers that have broken. I've had cracks in walls. But all of that stuff's got fixed. And I've come out of that on the other side still with considerable sums of money. You see, what happens when you buy a property is, on average, they double in value every 10 years. Whether you're good or bad, there's not much skill from your side. The skill part is getting the initial deal, buying that property, and then just maintaining it or getting an estate agent to maintain it for you. It's not actually that skillful. And if in that period of time, for example, you were ill or you just didn't want to work, the asset is still working in the background. Whereas in business, that's not true, right? So in my business as a coach, what will happen if I was ill is my income would stop, right? I have digital assets and things like that that I sell as well, but the business definitely wouldn't be the same without me. And so with my property portfolio, that's very, very different though. My property portfolio would still be fine. I'd still be getting my rents. The estate agents would still be managing that for me. I would still be getting capital appreciation in those properties. I'd still have some costs. I might get a bad roof here and there. I might get a boiler that breaks. But over time, that asset will go up in value. And that can't be said for anything else. And in fact, with stocks and shares, I've done stocks and shares myself over the years. I remember when I worked as a recruitment consultant, one of the team, because we had a contract there with a company called TeleWest, right? And so one of the team there was like, you need to buy some TeleWest. We're putting all these contractors in. They're going to have this huge project, and it's going to make them the next big thing. TeleWest was an internet broadband company, right? And then I put my money in. I didn't put loads in. I put like £1,000 in, and about a year later, TeleWest didn't exist. They got bought out by Virgin Media, and I got like 1p on the pound. It was a really awful deal, and I lost a ton of money. Well, £1,000, but £1,000, I'd still rather not lose it. And there was no way back from that, right? That deal would never come good because it's done, it's complete. And you could be, for example, think that, oh yeah, I'll buy some shares in Woolworths, for example. Back in the day, that was a big company. It's gone. Debenhams and all these other companies that were big and successful, not doing really well anymore. And so that's why I just don't do stocks and shares anymore. I just think they're really risky, but I do still invest in property. And when you're buying property, how you can protect yourself and make money quicker is to get some equity in that deal fast. So how can you do that? Well, buy below market value. That's an important thing to do, right? So if you buy below market value, it means that straight away you're going to have some equity in there. So that, for example, what do I mean by that? Well, we just bought from auction, right? And we're looking at some more at some auction for the next few weeks. Now, we bought a property at auction, and that means it's obviously cheaper. It needed renovation. We've just done it up. We spent 15 grand or about 12, I think, on that in the end. Oh, sun's in my eyes that way. So we spent £12,000 doing it up. Got revalued at £100,000. So that's an incredible uplift. So we pulled all our money back out that deal after the fees and stuff like that. And now we've got 25% equity in that property built up straight away. That means we've got no deposit in there, because we've artificially created that deposit by doing the work and adding value, which is really important here. And so when you do that, then straight away you're protected. Now, other things you can do in property, these are fairly easy things to do as well, is add a partition wall up to make extra bedrooms. So we've just done that twice in 2021. So we built a studio flat into a 1 bed. We built a 1 bed into a 2 bed. Very, very cheap jobs to do. Very straightforward. Lots of builders can do that for you relatively easily, right? And by doing that, one of them added £50,000 to the value of the property, and it cost 6 to do the job. Look at this. Beautiful down here by the river. It costs £6,000 to do that job, which is insane, right? And so property, is it risky? Yeah, there's always an element of risk, but there's a lot of things that can protect you from that, like insurance, for example. Could your house burn down? Yes, it could burn down, but if you have insurance for like 100 quid a year, then someone will pay that to you, right? Could your tenant run away and not pay you rent? Yes, they could, they might, that happens, but you'll get them a new tenant at some point who will pay you rent, right? Could the interest rates keep going up? Yes, they could, but you can fix your interest rate right now for 5 years and get a really good deal. And so that's also giving you protection with your assets as well. So yes, property investing is something that's very, very safe. They call it safe as houses, and it's probably the only type of business that I have friends that have made good money that don't really know what they're doing, just because they've invested, time has helped them out, they've had inflation on their side too, and they've made really, really good money. They've got great houses, not being particularly skilled at what they do, but it just works out. So that's my thoughts. Is property investing safe? Yes. Do you need to buy the right deals? Yes, that's important as well. So I'm off to find some lunch and go and check out Orleans. And you know what? I've had 2 rent checks in today as well while I've been here, which is lovely. So they can, my tenants are buying me a nice lunch. Anyway, do like this video, guys. Smash that like button over there. Subscribe if you didn't already. Comment. I'm making videos off the questions and comments that you guys make. They're helping me a lot. So do comment below. Go and check out the Facebook group in the description. And go and check out this video right here. Bye for now.